the moment we all been waiting for, man. Been talking about June for a while, so here we are. Starting off with a little slow roll. We had 6 official visits this weekend. 4-star composite linebacker out of North Carolina, James Nestor, um, out of Cornelius, North Carolina. He kid came down, seemed to enjoy himself. He did release a top 3 while on campus. Um, of us, Oklahoma, and UNC. This situation is a little bit. I did get a chance to watch some of his tape. I like what I see. I mean, he's 6'4", so you're talking about a really rangy, like athletic build. He wants to play baseball. I would give Oklahoma probably the slight edge right now. Him and Venerable's relationship goes back older because, obviously, being at Clemson, he's going to recruit North Carolina pretty heavily as well. They're neighbors, so. But he does have a desire to do both at the next level. I'm not sure how Oklahoma is in baseball right now. I know they've been decent in some recent years. And then you always got to worry about home team. I wouldn't count us out right now. He still has the Oklahoma official visit on deck. I think it's next week. If not, it is in June. So it'll be soon. And I think he'll be making a decision soon. I think we'll be taking a relatively small linebacker class this year. Took a pretty big one last year. And we already have one linebacker committed. I could see this class probably rounding out at around 3, maybe 4, if there's just somebody you just feel like you can't pass up at linebacker that you get a great opportunity with. But I do think he definitely enjoyed himself. And I definitely think he's a take right now for the staff. There's a guy that they're high on. So if you ask me today, I'm gonna go ahead and say I feel like the relationship we got in late with him, so I'm gonna give the relationship edge, and I would probably say Oklahoma. So we'll see how that ends up playing out ultimately. Wyatt Gilmore, he is a 247 composite 3-star. He is the number 2 player in Minnesota, number 36 edge, and number 5'11" nationally. 247 actually has him as a 4-star. I got to watch some of his tape. I like this kid. He's a 6'4", 240 edge. He's a guy that I brought up a long time ago. I kind of forgot about him. Hadn't heard a ton about him, but apparently they must have kept the relationship going there. Every other school he's got, because he's released his top 5, is out pretty much Midwest. His home state, Minnesota, Oklahoma's in there as well. Oregon, Kansas State. I think that's it. It may be 4. I can't remember if it was 5. Kid, I definitely think they like. I think would be a good take. Don't see him in this class either. I just think it'd be kind of it's going to be a bit of a stretch considering the other top groups to get all the way down to Miami from out of that Midwest like that. So, but he did come down, had a great time. The coaches did let him know he was a priority. Definitely made it feel like to me if he was ready to pull the trigger, they're fully ready to take him in this class. But we're at early visits too, so these kids do have unlimiteds now. But I still kind of have a little bit of a gut feeling on first. You know what I mean? Us being on the first round, I ain't gonna hold you. I still don't think that bodes well. I think ultimately you kind of want to get them closer to the end. Could be wrong, but that's just my gut feeling early on. Another visitor we had was Demetrius Freeney. He's the number 2 JUCO cornerback. As I mentioned before, his teammate's number 1. His teammate actually kind of the way it'll shake out. He wouldn't even be really eligible for this class. So, but if Freeney decided he could be eligible for, I think, summer B session. He's taken several officials. He canceled one for Louisville to come check us out. He plans on having an announcement by the end of this month as well. I feel pretty good in this particular recruitment. I think he went to Houston. He went to oh man, I'm blanking right now. Hey, I ain't gonna hold this up, but Ultimately, I think it went well. The staff definitely made them feel like a priority again. They're doing a real big overhaul of that cornerback room to just really from top to bottom sweep it. Which kind of brings up the fact that I'll just real quick before I forget to mention Terry Roberts, who transferred in from Iowa, is transferred out back into the portal. He was with us 5 months. Decided that he was reading the writing on the wall, and he
It was
just
vacation, huh?
yeah, I mean, hey, I
Yeah,
guess you
yeah,
want to
yeah.
call it that, yeah, yeah.
Little
Um,
staycation,
a
Mm-hmm.
little something,
vacation.
something.
Yeah,
I ain't
yeah,
mad at him.
yeah, yeah.
Jeray Tank Hawkins, IMG Academy kid, made some good headway with him. Obviously, I know you all are familiar with him. He's Florida's in this battle as well. Looks like now it's down to us, Florida and Penn State.
What we
Um,
talking about?
Tank Hawkins, Jeray Hawkins.
Dre Hawkins. Okay, for
Yeah,
sure,
yeah,
for sure.
the slot receiver, speedster guy, really fast kid, man. Explosive guy. He honestly, for us, is like the only slot target we have right now, in this particular class because they felt like last cycle they got a few there, and they're really trying to concentrate more on getting better on the outside. We got the IMG ties. So that's kind of one of our plays that helps. We had a lot of kids from IMG last year. You got several this year that are considering it. But I said early on, I didn't necessarily think we would do as well at IMG this cycle, but looks like we may end up doing okay. Ultimately, we'll see. I would probably today. I don't think we're out. Um, I honestly think it's a pretty tight battle all around. But if you made me pick today, I would probably, and I'm just going based off of honestly just home field advantage, getting Penn State just so he'd be a little closer to home from West Virginia and Pennsylvania, their neighbors. So that's just my gut right now. Nothing went wrong. I think he loved to experience it. Um, they definitely let him know he's a priority guy. He's a guy that again we don't even have another slot that I'm aware of on the board right now. So they're kind of all in on him in this particular position. So Kamarion Franklin, he's not going to Florida State because CJ keep calling him Cameron. He just told me
But I said Cameron. My bad, Camarion. My bad.
I don't know. It's Kamarion. It just looked like my name, so I just keep saying it's Kamarion. I really don't know how you say it,
Nah, I do look like Camarion. I'm tripping.
but it could not be. But we had Draylon Miller, wide receiver out of Texas. He's only got 2 officials scheduled, so it seems like he kind of wants to play in a bigger city because he's got us at USC. Are his only 2 official visits, so he just took us. I believe USC is next week, and then I believe his decision is in 2 weeks. So we're in a good position after the visit. Just basically gonna have to fend off USC. He's a 4-star kid. Definitely like his film. We're gonna have to hold USC off essentially in that. So this is a kid who clearly, wants to leave some of the small town life of Silsbee, Texas, which I never even heard of, and come to a major city. So we just gotta hold off USC. See how that goes. And I think that was it. Yeah, that's it for the officials. We had an unofficial um, with my man Amir Jackson, the tight end that Silk mentioned last week. I want to say out of Portal, he came and worked out for the coaches. I definitely think he shot up the boards. Kind of early chatter now, as everybody feels like it's between us and Florida. Um, we got a
Sorry
lot.
for the
We
loss.
huh?
So
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
looking
yeah.
like you up.
I
I
mean,
think
they,
we
they
lose
got
it.
they got the relationship a little is better yet today. I give them that for
Okay.
sure.
So we
They
know
got
y'all
they
lose.
got they
We
got to
know.
put a pep in their step, man. With the eval, CJ. They
Man,
lackadaisical. They lollygagging out here.
we evaluate too early because they don't have their 4 stars yet, and everybody make fun of
Oh
us.
no, them boys ain't gonna get them. They ain't gonna get them.
So yeah, he came for an unofficial worked out. Yeah, definitely shot up the board with us. They're gonna try to work that one. He's already got official set with y'all, right? So
Who that? Amir?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
he
yeah.
already
We
got his
got him
official
pulling
set.
up. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, couple of things and I'm done. A couple announced visits. Dylan Williams, um, linebacker out of California, out of Polytech. He has added us. He's added to that June 23rd, which I
Oh
believe will
shit.
be our biggest weekend. What's my man first name? Cameron Pruitt. He's listed as a safety, but we're recruiting him as a linebacker. He's 6'3", 190-pound kid. But like I said, we're recruiting him at linebacker. He's locked in to visit for next weekend on the 9th. And everybody's favorite recruit, Jeremiah Smith, is coming on a weird ass date, June 21st. I ain't coming on 23rd with everybody else. But Jeremiah gonna do what he gonna do. Jeremiah gonna probably be the first recruit that takes 12 official visits. I'm just putting it out there. But yeah, he did sign up for an official visit with us. So that's all I got right now, man.